last episode, we talked about the written content and podcasts for the web.
Mm-hmm.
So are you seeing an increase in images being used for the web, and how are those images being used? How are you seeing those images being used by your clients?
Yeah, I think that over the years, clients and businesses are realizing that we live in such a visual world, and that the photos reflect directly on either their business or their products and things like that. So I find that they're putting more effort into hiring professional photographers instead of maybe having someone in-house who may take photos on the side, or a family member. And they're using a lot more images. And then also for social media and for the events I photograph, they use those trying to upload those immediately on a timely basis to promote the events. But yeah, it's such a visual world that reflects directly on what they're doing. And now everyone goes to websites and such, and so it's the first thing they see, whether it's a huge photo or series. So trying to tell the story.
Right. And so this, we mentioned this in the last show, it's that emotional connection between the images and the viewer. And that's what draws them into the great content that Allison Harris was talking about in our previous show. So it's the images that draw people in.
Yeah, that's the goal, is to tell a story and to make an emotional connection. And that's always the goal of the photographer, to have the viewer to make some kind of connection or be able to relate or identify with that. And so if you can do that with your customer who's going to see your visuals and your photography, that can relate right to the core of what you're about. And once again, it's emotions or humor or some kind of empathy, or oh, I need that product, how it's related into some lifestyle photo, or how it's related into something like that in their daily life, and making that emotional connection.
I've seen your photographs a number of times, Tim, and I really enjoy them.
Oh, thanks.
Because they do have, you have a way of capturing the emotion at the moment. And I think that's what resonates with people. That's what draws them in. And that really takes a talent, and there's a certain knack to doing that. But beyond taking just the image, there's more than just taking the image that's involved with good photography. Would you be willing to share a little bit of those?
Yeah, I think that is the big thing over the years that I have learned, is there's a lot more planning than just showing up and snapping a few pictures. And it's more than just taking pictures. It's, if you're doing exterior photography, as that's becoming a growing business for a lot of photographers, as there's a lot more construction going on in the area and such. So, it's the right time of light and the right time of day, and planning that out, and planning out locations for other photography. And if you're working with models, not necessarily paid models, but it could be just your other clients that you're trying to show the work that you do with your customers, or employees, what to wear, how to, and they don't have to, you want them to be photogenic, but you really want them to be able to be open and have fun with it. So there's a lot of thought going into it, and than just showing up and taking pictures. And it's a lot of collaboration, a lot with the customer or the client, and what they're looking for. And we talk about emotion and what they're trying to convey. So when those images are seen by the customer, that conveys, to connection again.
So the people, and I was just thinking about the people as you were talking about this, they need to look natural.
Yes.
But the photograph has to look very professional.
That's an excellent point. So my background, as I mentioned, newspapers and magazines, editorial, and then over the years always did commercial work, freelance work. And so what's great is to be able to make it look like it's real, but it's kind of staged. And the main thing is why we do that is we really want to tell a story, whether it's one image or you want a series of images. And that can be a little more challenging, or even at events, candid photographs, or people speaking, their mouths moving. So the trick behind that is taking a lot of pictures and doing the editing. And that's another thing, is there's the post-production, which we can talk about in Photoshop, and how to get a quality final image for that. But yeah, there's a lot goes into it, and really the storytelling.
Yeah.